Okay, first things first. The outer room. I guess the bomb shelter is a nice to have at this point. Because I got that time locked safe open. That was a stroke of luck. You know, the note in there said something about the sky turning red. Why would the trading post? Maybe I use that. I haven't had it before. Anyway, what would turn the sky red? Let me think. Krakatoa, maybe? Oh, there's a dig spot here. Hello? Is this one of those games where you have to, like, turn all the squares the same color? The rest of these buttons... Oh, wait a minute. This one does. I was going to say the rest of these buttons don't do anything, but apparently the blank ones don't, but the... But the colored ones do? But even that has its limits, apparently. Wait a minute. When did this thing move? Is there any way to get 5 lights lit up? Or do I have to somehow move that pink square? Wait a minute. None of these do anything. Hold on. And this... Wait a second. I didn't know you could do that. What if I somehow turned all of these corners yellow? Wait a minute. You don't turn the corners yellow. You instead... You turn the corners yellow, but you have to have the yellow squares, the squares at those corners be yellow. I knew I'd figure this out eventually. An allowance token. My allowance has been personally raised by 2 coins? I didn't know I had one. I mean, when I cracked the vault, that was like 60. Okay, I can't pick up the dynamite. Why is it there? Speaking of dynamite, what exactly would turn the sky red? I said Krakatoa. Why? Because a lot of volcanic ash in the air. I don't know if it stained the sky red per se, but it did stain the sky. And then there's all that stuff about, well, the whole being found in a bomb shelter bit. I'm guessing there's some kind of a war going on, and there was... Maybe it wasn't a nuclear war per se, but it was serious enough to have people hiding out in the bomb shelter. No T-junctions. Oh well. Let me see. I'm not going to go relentlessly promoting my rank like before this time. Take the key. Instead, what I ought to do is try filling up the lower ranks first. Take a gem. Here we go. Wait a minute. That red note, or that red envelope, is it? Why is it still there? Can't seem to do anything with it. Look at this. 3 dead ends. Or at least they might as well be dead ends. Alright, fine. I'll make the pantry into a dead end because I don't have any coins yet. And because I can get some steps back with this banana. So I'm going to backtrack some. Back to the entrance hall. Start working on the other side. Security costs a gem. But I don't know, maybe it's good to have it, like, for the sake of having it. Okay, this is bad. I'm more likely to draw red rooms. But everything else costs gems. Alright, let's start filling in here. See, at the chapel, it makes you lose money, but there are worse red rooms. Speaking of money, isn't there supposed to... The chapel is cheap nowadays. I might as well call it the cheaple. Lose half my steps, and I am willing to wall off. Well, it's just a degree of loss here. I am willing to at least temporarily block off the easternmost part of the house for that. Okay, the parlor. The parlor is not a red room. And it has gems in it. And an apple? That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen any fruit here on this desk before. Wait a second. Alright. Blue box is true. This box is empty. I am in the parlor. Okay, well the blue box is true. This is true. The other thing is true. And that means the white box is false. There we go. I'm missing one letter on the 3rd row, and this isn't it. Ah, the aquarium. And I can afford it, too. As long as I'm here. Ooh. A key. Wait a second. Is this the archives? A model of the archives? Is there some kind of significance to which rooms are modeled down here? I've never seen this room before. It looks more like the patio. I can see there's barbecues and stuff here. Okay. Dead ends, dead ends. Better yet, why don't I draft the dark room here to get it out of the way? I haven't drafted the mains chamber before. But it does mean that I'm less likely to find items laying around. I have found some, though. Like keys and gems and such. And there's a... I haven't drafted this room before. The day we all dreaded has finally arrived. It is with unprecedented sadness that we inform you of the death of our benefactor, employer, and master, the Baron of Mount Holly, H.S. Sinclair. Any staff who have an interest in attending services may contact Mrs. Babbage for details. In following the instructions left by the Baron himself, effective immediately, all work at Mount Holly is suspended. All live-in staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premises by Friday, November 6th. Signed Mrs. Babbage, apparently. Why is she referring to herself in the third person? Is she one of those people that does that? And this is a picture of the family, but when? How far back? Can't be anything recent. Wait a second, what's this say? I think that's the name of, there are these icons in the chapel. And I think that's one of them. Excuse the pause, I was writing down what these were. Okay, that door's locked. I'm going to go back to the den. It's easier than, because I know I'm less likely to find items, but I think you're more likely to find them in lower rooms. I don't want to use keys if I don't have to. Also, keys in lower rooms are less likely to be locked. Storeroom's a dead end. I hate having to sideline it so much, but don't really have a choice. Okay, the closet's a dead end, but it has 2 items in it. And I'm gonna need items. Like that die, for example. And of course, the key. Wait a minute. Tyr and... what's the other picture? There's supposed to be 2 in here, aren't there? Oh, here it is, Ty. Okay, confirmed. The second half of the message is indeed dates crack 8 safes. I'll take the West Wing Hall. And the archives, they redact floor plans. But I guess I can't afford to do that if it means having 4 branches available, even if one of them's blocked off. Alright, I'll redraw this one here. Okay, the kitchen is too expensive. The laboratory has nothing in it. I'm going to go with this one then. That's the weight room. I suppose it could have been worse, but it's still not going back in there. Hold on a second. Foundation? I've never had that before. This is a whole another level of weird here. I mean, the foundation is supposed to be underground. Speaking of underground, some kind of shaft down there. I'm guessing I don't want to jump down there. Yeah, I'd break my neck or something. There's that elevator thing. How exactly would I get it down? Doesn't look like I can. It's just sort of hanging there. Okay, well this is where the weight room would have gone. But the only room I can afford to build here is the laboratory. Hold it. Rank 5, right? Alright, never mind. So I was trying to fill in missing letters here. Well, maybe I ought to build the dining room just in case I reach rank 8, because I need the dining room like badly right now. I know this is kind of not what I said I'd do, but I'm gonna have to do it anyway. Keep forging ahead until I hit rank 8. I can't do that, can I? Wait a minute. The utility class is dead end, but this might not be. No, it isn't. It's the billiard room, where items are guaranteed provided you can solve the puzzle. Okay, 20 divided by 5. 5 plus 13 is 18 divided by 9 is 2. 10 times, wait a minute. This is 10, this is 10 again, and 10 divided by, no, 10 times 10 is 100, but it doesn't divide evenly into 8. The best you're going to get is 12. Oh, wait a minute. I'm missing this one here. 10 minus 2 is 8. Times 10 is 80. Divided by 8 is... Oh, yeah, and times 1, but that's just 1. That's just 80 again. Divided by 8 is 10. I can't believe I almost missed that. Ooh, and a key card. I so need that. Wait a second, I'm rank 7. Have I been this high? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have the letter for this yet. Spine and pine. Okay, that's an S right there. Okay, once again, I can't afford the showroom. I'm gonna have to go with this one and hope it at least tries to get me to rank. Oh, look at that, it does. Okay. This one, this is the library. This one, I think, is time and tie. Okay, so that's the M then. Well, off we go to rank 8. The Rotunda. Well, that's an expensive item, but I don't want my assets frozen, thank you. Order placed? Where am I? The mail room. What's this say? Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Ravain to sender, as he is no longer employed with our staff. Oh, I wish I had the magnifying glass. There is something written here, and I can just kind of make it out. All I can say is the last word means mail. Oh, hold on a second. This is important. More detailed instructions will be sent by email to the address that client has provided, but this is very important. This explains why I couldn't get those indicators any other color other than red or green. So I'm going to write this down. So turn them all green, then press any of them to activate blue. Blue indicator next to red indicator activates purple, and then 5 purple indicators need to activate the 6th. So where were my other? Oh yeah. You have to sync all indicators to purple. I forget exactly why that is, but what's this? Simon P. Jones, Mount Holly Estate, Fen Areas 63080. Wait a second. SK. There's another 4-digit code here. SKR6789. This is from Dad. 1809 Alice Drive, Fen Area 63022. Hey buddy, how's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate, with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the tent. I wanted to try to post this letter before we depart tomorrow, so that it has a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate, but with all the preparations, I'm not sure that I'm going to find the time. There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring you a pillowcase. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. When was this? I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversations just how much happiness this final project brought him. So do both of us a favor, be excited. The house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that will actually be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliche expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator. See, there's one. Dad. P.S. Get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time each day playing Dirigiblocks. Oh, and there's pictures. I almost forgot them. A rowboat and a bat. Oh, boat and bat. Wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so the O is what's missing there. Alright, the dining room. Where's the dining room? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, I'll be able to make it there. The mail room's a dead end, though. I did gain some ground. This wasn't a total write-off. So let's see, what's for dinner? Today's main course, country stew pie. Boiled chuck stew, layered and then baked to perfection, topped with a mashed potato Parmesan cheese crust. I don't have a boiler room, but I am really hurting for steps right now. Okay, so I'm going to have to go back to the maid's chamber. Not through the weight room. Wait a minute. What if I did go through the weight room? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 versus... And I'd have 9 steps left. As opposed to here, where I have... How many steps do I have? 25. So I wouldn't have 9 steps left. I'd have 14, I think. 25, 24, 23... I'm guessing this rounds up, so 11. Yeah, it's better off. I'm better off taking the long way. forgot about the gym. This could be the last room. It is, I'm afraid. The storeroom is really the only... kind of pointless doing it this way, but this is going to be the last room. After that, I'm calling it. I'd like to have done better, but honestly, I think I did do more than I expected. I got a couple of new rooms. I got a couple of new letters. So, yeah, I'm calling it a day here.